Dr. Eben Alexander III was a highly respected neurosurgeon. He worked at some of the most prestigious medical institutions in the United States. These included Harvard Medical School and the University of Virginia. Dr. Alexander had a long and distinguished career in medicine. He had always been a man of science. He believed that everything could be explained by natural laws. Dr. Alexander's worldview was deeply rooted in scientific materialism. This is the belief that only the physical world is real. He had little time for spiritual or religious explanations of reality. He believed that consciousness was a product of the brain. He did not believe in the possibility of an afterlife. He thought that death was the end of our existence. However, all of that changed in 2008. Dr. Alexander contracted a rare and deadly form of bacterial meningitis. This illness, known as E. coli meningitis, severely affected his brain. His chances of survival were slim, and doctors feared the worst. He fell into a coma and was not expected to recover. While in a coma, Dr. Alexander had a profound experience. He found himself in a realm unlike anything he had ever known. He described it as a place of immense beauty and love. He felt a sense of peace and joy that he had never experienced before. Dr. Alexander encountered beings of light. He heard beautiful music. He felt a deep connection to everything around him. This was not like a typical dream, he asserted. It was incredibly vivid and real. It felt more real than anything he had ever experienced in his waking life. This experience lasted for 7 days. During this time, Dr. Alexander's neocortex, the part of the brain responsible for higher-level thinking, was completely shut down. According to current scientific understanding, this should have made it impossible for him to have any conscious experience at all. Yet Dr. Alexander was very much aware he was experiencing a reality beyond anything he had ever imagined. He was convinced that he had been to heaven. When Dr. Alexander miraculously recovered from his coma, he felt compelled to share his experience. He knew that his story would be met with skepticism. He himself had been a skeptic before his experience, but he was certain that what he had experienced was real. He felt that he had been given a glimpse of the afterlife. This experience profoundly changed Dr. Alexander's life. He went from being a staunch atheist to a firm believer in the afterlife. He dedicated his life to sharing his story and exploring the relationship between science and spirituality. He wrote a book about his experience, Proof of Heaven, a neurosurgeon's journey into the afterlife. In his book, he details his near-death experience and how it transformed his understanding of life and death. He argues that consciousness is not produced by the brain, but is rather a fundamental aspect of reality. He believes that our physical bodies are merely vessels for our souls. He suggests that death is not the end, but a transition to another realm of existence. Dr. Alexander's claims have been met with mixed reactions. Some people, particularly those with prior spiritual beliefs, found his story deeply moving and inspiring. They saw it as evidence for the existence of an afterlife. They admired his courage in speaking out about his experience. However, the scientific community largely remains skeptical. Many scientists argue that his near-death experience can be explained by neurological phenomena. They point to the fact that hallucinations and altered states of consciousness are common during near-death experiences. They attribute these experiences to the brain's response to extreme stress or oxygen deprivation. They are reluctant to accept any explanation that falls outside the realm of established science. The debate over the validity of near-death experiences, like Dr. Alexander's, continues. It highlights the ongoing tension between science and spirituality.